Well, I would give you this number, but
Ah! What? I told you, the guy's got range!
Sadly, and most of the time, we have no interest in what's going on with you.
So how's the drive in?
Nobody knows how to drive in the rain.
You don't say.
Yeah. You know, the roads are actually the slickest in the first half hour.
When you want to talk sports, you ask folks who have seen it all up close. So on The Al Travis Show, we go with the guys at the end of the bench. Time to talk all things sports.
Love having them on. The guys on the bench. We got John in with us today. And, John, you kind of hurt my feelings a little bit today, to be quite frank with you. I know, I see that look.
I did.
Well, you're all dressed for the hunt. The hunting season starts. You've got your blazing camo Twins cap on.
Yes, sir.
I used to love to go hunting. I mean, that was my thing. Got the kids together, get a group of 30 guys. Because down here, you know, you kind of group hunt, right? Somebody's pushing
Sure.
them, that sort of thing. Enjoy it. I enjoyed it much more than hunting up north. Nothing wrong with hunting north guys, but sitting in a tree waiting for them to come by, not a thriller for me. So I would be literally with my group, have a cigar. I'll push this time, walk through the woods smoking a cigar just to get them up, because what do you care? No one cares. I enjoyed that a ton. Then I got old. And I'm going to tell you, I got about 50, 55, and I want to say the last time we hunted, it had to be like 20 degrees, and the wind was howling. You got up in the morning, and you were just shivering. I thought to myself, I don't like it this much. I envy you. You're going hunting this weekend?
I am, and it's going to be the coldest one in a few years, I got to say. Fortunately, as we were talking before the show, I hunt close to my house.
See,
So
yes.
if it gets nasty, I walk a little bit and I'm back in the warm. And there's plenty of cold things in the fridge to,
See, and that
warm me up, as they say.
What I like, again, if you got like you a setup where you don't have to go all that far. I mean, we would have to get in. You're up by 4 a.m, so you get out by 5, so you can get there. And it was just this whole thing. And then when you get done, okay, got to do the thing. Then you got to go get it processed. And I liked deer meat. Wife was never a fan, so my wife was never a fan. So you'd have to make it on time. So she's out of town this weekend, so I'd have, it just was a process. I enjoy the sport of it. But yeah, so you think you get anything? You generally get something out of your neck of the woods?
I generally do. Last year I missed because the deer moved right as I shot. I still think I grazed him, but I couldn't find any trail. But they've been around this year. They're a lot thicker. I could buy up to 3 bonus tags if I want.
Wow, that's how many you got up there. Wow.
Yeah, so I bought one, figuring, if I another one, because I have other people that will buy the venison, pay for the processing. I said, I'll buy the tag, I'll shoot the deer. I just don't need that much meat.
Yeah. Now, are you up there, you a shotgun, or are you rifle up where you're at?
I'm a quarter mile north of the rifle zone.
Really? Okay, well, that's, I guess, good for you.
Highway 95, which I live up north of, is the
line.
Delineation line. Yep.
All right. Good for you, because that's a lot easier. But you hunt alone, basically, though, right? I mean, do you generally have guys come with you, or is it's a solo process?
My brother came once, but he doesn't hunt anymore. He's a little too old, a little too stiff. But everybody around me does. I mean, you sit outside here and it's
boom,
boom, boom, boom, boom, boom, boom.
Fair enough.
Like fireworks.
All right. Good luck this weekend, my friend. Stay safe. Let's talk some Minnesota Twins, as long as we're talking about your cap.
Yes, sir.
This Shelton being the head coach, again, I think we've talked about it. I think just a safe bet, right? He was a Twin, got along well. I mean, it doesn't do anything to bring me in, but it probably didn't cost him much to get him either. You know what I'm saying? He was a Pittsburgh coach for a while, for 6 years, if I'm remember this correctly. 6 years, and he never really had a winning record because they were always rebuilding. And this was his excuse, Well, what do you think we're in? If we're not in rebuilding his phase, who is? Again, not trying to jinx this guy. I hope he works, but your thoughts on Shelton?
Yeah, I mean, to me, he's like Rocco 2.0, you know? Seems a nice enough guy. He's got the knowledge. I don't know if he's got the stuff to rally the troops or not. Of course, in all fairness, the owners have to give him the troops to work with, right?
This is where you get Rocco. You just decimate this squad and say, you really didn't do enough for us. I was like,
I know.
What the heck are you talking about? Yeah.
I would be mad if I was him, but he doesn't have any ill will, that's fine. That's him.
So does the name LaTroy Hawkins do anything for you? Does that
I was just going to bring that up. Yes, I like that move. I like
you
that
do
move a lot. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And what does it for you? He was with us for 9 years, but now you're talking 100 years ago. He was with us for 9 years. He has had as many World Series appearances as anybody, I guess. That name doesn't jump out to me a ton, but you knew him.
Oh yeah, he's a quality bullpen player and a good coach too. He's got a lot of experience. He is well thought of by his peers and by folks in baseball. I think he's done some analysis too.
Yeah, he did some.
I think it'll be really good, especially if we're going to end up with a core of younger relievers, which it looks like we will. I think it'll be a good presence for those guys. I like that choice.
All right, well, I'm glad to hear that. Is it enough for you to get your season tickets yet? I would love to see where season tickets lie on this, and I want to see what they're going to charge us to get the cable.
I
of
like
it.
LaTroy. With all due respect, it's going to take more than a coach to get me to buy tickets.
Well, yeah, but that's kind of my point. We have to see something. They cut 5 Twins players. I read the story. And I'm like, don't know any of those people. AAA guys going back where they belong.
Miranda's probably the biggest name. But, yeah.
Okay, but doesn't shock the world. I mean, okay, but you got to bring somebody in. And you got to bring a name in that somebody says, you kidding, we got him on my team? Or I just don't think you're going to sell anything as far as tickets go.
Right. We're going to have to see what they do, what moves they make in the offseason. Now, the Twins typically didn't do a lot early in the year. If they made big signings, it was always right at the start of camp or even during camp. So I wouldn't expect to see a lot until February. Probably going to be pretty quiet.
See, that's so late, though, to get people jazzed up and talking about your squad. Oh, well, I don't run the Twins.
Well, they can't compete with the big signings. So the big names are going to go. They'll fall by the wayside because the Twins can't put up that money. So they'll
that is not true, John. We could if we wanted to. Yeah. We decide not to because they're making good money. I don't care what they say. That thing's worth $1.5 billion. You're going to throw $100 million at a kid? You could do that. They don't want to is the difference.
Right.
Okay. So we agree. They can't. Okay. They won't. Okay. Well, we'll go to break. Go ahead.
No, if you're going to be in baseball to make money, you shouldn't be in baseball. I mean, John, it's not about making billions or millions of dollars.
It's exactly what it is, and it's okay by me. It's okay to make yourself $1 billion and pay a half a dozen kids to be millionaires, and we all get to enjoy a game. That's the American way. I don't even know. I suppose there have been franchises that have closed, but every one of these teams, they're in for the money. It's fun to win, but they're in for the money. Fine, go ahead. And if you have enough money, you don't care about winning or losing, then throw it all at the teams, so the rest can enjoy the wins. I don't care what these rich guys do. It makes no never mind to me. But I don't hate them for wanting to make money. It's when you wring the money out like the Twins do, like it's just a wash rag, just wringing that money out. Let's come up with a new colored uniform so every kid's got to buy it because, whatever. And then we wring some more money out. And you don't want to put something on the field I can watch. That bothers me.
I don't like the teams like the Dodgers and Yankees that just sort of buy the stars up by spending ungodly amounts of money. That kind of bothers me.
So do you think the Dodgers aren't making money? They go and win the series. They're making money, even spending money. Then spend some money and let me be happy and win something. That's all I want. I got to go to break, John. When we come back, we'll talk some other trade stuff that did not happen. We'll talk about it with John. It's John from the end of the bench on the Al Travis Show.
When the stakes are high at the Minnesota Capitol, you need more than a lobbyist. You need a partner. At Momentum Advocacy, we bring nearly 90 years of combined experience in government relations, public affairs, and strategic communications. From nonprofits to national corporations, we help organizations navigate Minnesota's political landscape with integrity, insight, and results. Whether you need legislative champions or headlines, Momentum Advocacy delivers. For more, visit momentum-advocacy.com. Momentum Advocacy, your friends at the Capitol.
Think about it. Now that school's back in session, how are Minnesota students doing? Not very well. Minnesota ACT scores fell again last year and are the lowest they've been in 10 years. In fact, fewer than half of Minnesota students can either read or do math at grade level. Think about it. We used to brag about our schools. Now we're losing to states like Mississippi. Visit AmericanExperiment.org for more information. Think About It is brought to you by Center of the American Experiment, Minnesota's think tank.
Easily offended? The Al Travis Show is not for you. The Al Travis Show. All sides are welcome.
I'd love to have him on. Here's John, the guys at the end of the bench. Dan will be back with us next week. Here's the trade that didn't happen that I think needed to happen, and I don't even know what the trade should have been. This is how into this I am. So when you bring up the Minnesota Vikings depth chart as we go into the second half of the season, quarterback J.J. McCarthy. Second, Max Brosmer. Third, Carl Wentz, who is out for the season on the IR. John, we're going in the second half of the season with J.J. McCarthy, who all has 2 1/4 quarter, a 2-game 2 1/4, 9 quarters under his belt, and some of them worked very well. And a Max Brosmer, who's never been out there for a game, running a squad that we were promised this was our chance, right? We filled in all the gaps. Did we not need to go get another quarterback? I'm sorry, once you'd already said you got surgery, you're out. See you later.
Well, didn't they get some other no-name guy to be the third one back? I can't.
Well, that way, and I got his name here somewhere. John Wolford, 30 years old, is on the practice squad, which I don't even know if you get to wear the jersey on a Sunday or if you got to run down to the tunnel and put one on. I don't know how that worked. Complete. Not nobody. I mean, somebody loves the guy. But as far as football goes, didn't you have to go get somebody that could take this squad on if you needed it? I mean, we're an ankle roll away.
You think they would get a pretty solid veteran presence? Now, I don't know what's out there because I haven't really looked to see who's sitting around that they maybe could bring in or entice for a half year. Yep. You know, maybe somebody who retired even that might want to come back for a little bit with enough money. Because if JJ goes down, it's not that Max couldn't run things. I think Max is capable enough to manage it, but that's a scary thought.
Well,
there are teams out there that really try to target those quarterbacks.
Yeah. And Max,
they don't say that.
Max Brosmer, again, nice kid, worked for you, Minnesota. Max Brosmer, nice kid, you worked for the Gophers, got it. 6 years in, he's not a young kid anymore. I mean, but not one NFL team thought he was worth picking up. So, I mean, this is a walk-on free agent thing. It would be a great highlight thing, and this would be the story of the century. But how often does the story of the century happen in Minnesota? I'm not feeling the love. Nothing against Max. I just hope we don't have to get there.
Well, the reports on Max, the reports on Max is that he has great football knowledge, and also a decent arm. I mean, he seems to have the respect of some of the members of the squad. That being said, I don't know how comfortable I'd be if JJ went down with a high ankle sprain and then they got to put Max in for a game, and I'd be like, but
it is what it is. They didn't get anybody. Let's talk about Baltimore. It's noon on Sunday. How are you feeling on this? I think it's not a must win for us, but if we were to win it, you think so? 4-4, it's a must win. Okay,
it is, because Baltimore is a team that is not what they were. I think they're 3-4 or 3-5 or something. Yep. We're picked by 4. We're at home. These are games you should win and put away.
I really want us to win it. I completely agree. In fact, we can talk down that. The other, why is that messing me up?
And we need to keep growing so we can stay with the other ones in our division.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say. If we go through those games real quick, Detroit is at Washington, and Detroit's favored by 7.5. So you got to think they're going to win that. We're at home against Baltimore, and Chicago's at home against New York and the Giants. They're giving the Chicago 4.5 points, but I'm telling you, I think that's the upset. I think the Giants can take them.
I think so.
Okay, so
Detroit is such a maddening team, because they're either
right
really
on
great or really bad.
Exactly.
Like, which one is going to show up today?
And Green Bay is at home against Philadelphia on Monday night. They've got Green Bay at only 1.5. It's another one of those upsets that I think Philadelphia can win that, which would all help us out a ton. But we have to win our own, right? We just got to take care of business.
We got to take care of our business. We can't worry about the others, right?
And let's say we do that. I still see the Bears and the Packers coming up at us. We're now above 500. If they lose like we've just predicted, guess what? We're all in one big wad of people in the North, and we got the 2 teams we have to beat. We do that. This team's got a real shot. I mean, the next 3 games are really important for the Vikings. They
are. It's fun football, man. It's good stuff.
Yeah, it actually is. This early in the season, when it's, I won't say it's make or break, because again, we can lose it, but then it puts a lot more pressure on us. But if you can win these 3 and make it 4 in a row, get out the way, boys. We got a shot here. So
we do. We're heading into the second half of things, right? So these count more than they probably did at the start. And you can go back and wring your hands about the games we should have won and didn't. But that performance last weekend was masterful in just about every aspect. We made a few mistakes, but if that defense brings it.
I only got 2 minutes to swap topics with your Minnesota Timberwolves, who ended up losing against New York in a big way. Okay, I want to give excuses. It's early. They have Utah, Sacramento, back-to-back 4 games. They're bottom dwellers. I'm telling you right now, they should win no less than 3 out of 4. They should go for 4 out of 4 because things get tougher. I'm just not seeing any defensive want out of this team.
That was really missing in that next game, and I can't understand why. Maybe they were tired from traveling, but that's not an excuse. This is what these guys play, right?
It's the NBA, baby.
We're known for being a defensive team. They've got to bring that back. All the guys got to work it. It was nice to see Anthony there, but he didn't score what he usually scores. No. Randall had another great game, which was nice.
This is Julius Randle is the highlight of the season thus far. It's very early on.
He's our MVP to date.
I love my Nas, don't get me wrong, but he's having a tough little start this season. But where you can pick that up, if your shot's not going down, pick up the defense, people. That is a mental thing. That is an effort deal. We can make it happen. Right. I'm out of time, John. Good luck on the hunt this weekend. Again, stay safe, my boy. I appreciate you doing this with me. I really do. He's John, the guys at the end of the night. You too.
If it's your turn to host a game,